South African Communist Party General Secretary Mapaila says Tripartite Alliance members who are joining the uMkhonto weSizwe party are ill-disciplined. This after former ANC President Jacob Zuma announced that he'll campaign and vote for that party during the upcoming elections. SACP First Deputy Secretary Madala Masuku is with us for more on this. Mr. Masuku, appreciate your time this evening. Now, how does the SACP view the endorsement of the new MK party by former uMkhonto weSizwe members, including Jacob Zuma, and what specific concerns does the party have regarding this move?
Well, as the General Secretary say, to us, we came in as an ill-disciplined manner, and as an ill-disciplined action, and it is actually a quite strange thing within the movement. It cannot be accepted that members that have taken an oath both for the MK and also for the ANC would actually react like that. Act like that. Even in the midst of challenges, we are expecting those people to be, those kind of people, or those caliber of people, to be able to know exactly how do you react and how do you deal with issues. ANC has been having a lot of challenges since its inception, and that's why it has evolved over time. It has changed strategies. It has looked at different ways, and at no point except at the time of the PAC and also and at the time of COPE and now the MK party.
Madala Masuku, you talk about involvement, you talk about the many challenges that the ANC has had over time, and you've also spoken about strategy that they've had to employ as a party that's evolving. So what strategy do you think they need to employ in dealing with Jacob Zuma? Because it would seem, for all intents and purposes, that they are treating him with kid gloves.
Our advice as the Communist Party will be that Jacob Zuma has already decided to act against what he believes in and against what he has educated many of us in terms of how to handle issues within the ANC. For him to have actually taken a position and supporting another party, it's extreme. Maybe somebody must talk to him. Maybe it's an age issue. I don't know. Somebody must talk to him. But definitely it's ill-discipline, and it requires the ANC to follow the constitution in relation to how to deal with that.
Now, your party has expressed that the founders of the uMkhonto weSizwe are turning in their graves due to the MK party. What exactly does the party believe undermines the legacy of uMkhonto weSizwe in this situation?
Well, we know that uMkhonto weSizwe was formed through a joint effort between the Communist Party and the ANC, and it was in a difficult time when these structures were banned, and also there was intensification of repression in the country against the people. So part of the things that they had to make a serious decision on was to allow the formation of the uMkhonto weSizwe in order to defend the people. And he always makes that mistake. He says it is to defend the ANC, to defend the people. And these people who happen to be having a collective and consonance into the beliefs of the ANC.
So let's talk about how you interpret Jacob Zuma's reasoning for supporting the MK party while maintaining his commitment to the ANC. Do you see this as a contradictory line or in line with his responsibilities as a member of the ANC, a party that seems to be failing him and many other members, according to what he's saying?
Seriously, in terms of the constitution of the ANC, and I don't know how does he even come into that. Even himself, you can see that he's actually confused, because on the things that he actually accusing the current leadership of the ANC and the movement, is things that have been there as a challenge, and the Communist Party has been raising them even after 1994. We have pointed out certain issues that the ANC must begin to adjust and get into the for us to get more traction into in our revolution. But he chose to be an outsider when we actually spent more than 10 years as an ANC president, and with a set of things that we said must happen, like the GS has already outlined, the things that we said must happen has never happened. And in our view, we cannot blame him as a leader. We can only blame ourselves as an organization, as a movement, for not having acted enough to actually implement the things that we said we're going to carry out. But we only blame him for lack of leadership during his period to gain us traction. And you must remember that during his period, he's the only president that has been given a blank check, a framework of how you should implement a program toward the improvement of the people. No president has actually ever had a national development plan issued to him to deliver on. There's no other president that has given that kind of the nation has given him a framework to improve the lives of the people, and he never did.
Now, you're a member of this tripartite alliance with the ANC, and going into the next election, which is a few months away, obviously some stability is necessary, and these internal conflicts that are occurring and the absence of succinct conflict resolution seems to be posing a challenge, not just for the ANC, but I'd imagine that it's alliance partners. Is it something that concerns you?
Are you still there?
Tata Masuku, can you hear me?
Yeah. No, it does, but we know where it comes from. It comes from the fact that we're expecting, our expectation is that members, especially in leadership, would have gone through a series of development in such a way that some of the things that we see happening would not be happening. So as such, we might have relaxed in terms of putting in some system to control certain behaviors within the leadership level, and of which is something that all of us in the different organizations are actually coming up with a set of procedures that will help us to do so. For instance, in the party, we've got a party discipline committee that is going to be able to help us to take us through that, and in the ANC they've introduced the committee on integrity committee to assist them to process this kind of matter. So we are going there. We are going to be able to handle that.
Now, in your view, how does the MK party with Jacob Zuma as its face impact the political landscape in South Africa, especially in the context of the upcoming 7th democratic elections? And we mustn't negate the fact that Jacob Zuma, despite the numerous challenges that he's faced, run-ins with the law, the imprisonment and many other issues, still remains enigmatic, a very, very popular individual.
Let's also add opportunistic, because in most cases he has thrived through that. When we come in and raise issues and he portrays himself as a victim, because we know him, he has been the leader of within the movement. We have actually put a lot of effort to try to defend him, but he doesn't understand that defense was not him as an individual, was him to be able to participate within a collective and shape things. And that's the thing that is missing out. And he has used that to be opportunistic and to begin to, because we've been promoting him as a part of the leadership of the collective that can change that can lead the ANC, that is to change the lives. And he wants to make use of that and appropriate it to himself. And our duty now as a party and the movement is to go and extend to communities and also to members of the ANC, to members of the even the MK, if there are those that have actually joined late and they couldn't go into lot of processes that prepare them to deal with delinquencies within leadership, will go to them and assist even the MK liberation war veterans to be able to deal with this matter.
Yeah, that's going to leave the conversation. Appreciate your time.
We believe that if you do so, you will never, people will be understanding who we are and what Jacob Zuma is, an opportunist who doesn't want to work within a collective, who doesn't recognize a collective at all. And we're going to warn even those who want to participate in him that it's not this thing that is throwing them in is not going to end up good. It's going to be, they are going to be crying if they want to follow Zuma as far as we have just lent him thus far and have interacted with it.
Madala Masuku, appreciate your time. That was SACP First Deputy Secretary General Madala Masuku speaking on Jacob Zuma and his joining the MK party.